I think we all want to have the matrix moment, and that experience is actually doable. You can achieve that experience, and you don't have to be superhuman to do it, and you don't have to kill yourself to do it. I really need a little motivation, and motivation works best if it's in a beaker. If you pull an all-nighter, you are the equivalent of a drunk, would be considered drunk. Yeah. My wife and I had 3 children all at home, all natural births. It was that last birth that got her hooked on oxycodone that resulted in her suicide. You and I were speaking earlier about imposter syndrome. And I know a number of women that I've worked with over the last decade who have said, yeah, I have imposter syndrome as a mother. Like, I don't know that I'm doing it right. I'm not confident that I'm doing all the right stuff. We also are looking for third-party validation to say, are we doing this right? I think we all want to have the matrix moment with when Neo, is jacked in and he's suddenly learning Kung Fu and right. We all want that experience. We all want the experience of Bradley Cooper walking up the stairwell after taking the clear pill. And suddenly the lights turn on, his eyes get even bluer than they already are. The light gets brighter. He can hear the wheel of the bicycle tire as it's clicking. He takes a glance at at his landlord's wife's textbook and knows exactly where that textbook was, what law class he was taking when he was a sophomore. And all of these factors come together. We want that experience, and that experience is actually doable. You can achieve that experience, and you don't have to be superhuman to do it, and you don't have to kill yourself to do it, but you do have to be present. I mean, this would be right, Jim Kwik, back to Jim Kwik, or I think you kind of mentioned Kotler earlier when you talk about flow state, is finding the ingredients and the components that help you perform at rockstar levels are going to be dramatically different than somebody else. So understanding that uniqueness of our physiology and neurology, and being able to address it, and being able to be present enough that when we take something and the 20 to 60 minutes it takes for that thing to dissolve in the stomach, to go through the, to go through the stomach lining and into the bloodstream, and then suddenly start affecting whether it's the hormones or the neurochemicals and neurotransmitters, the mood, anytime we're affecting those components, if we're aware, we can optimize that. We can take advantage of those activities, use it as a lever. It isn't the cure. It's the lever that brings your own physiology and neurology up to the point of performance so that you can do those things. I mean, you as one is if you studied and passed the bar to become an attorney, to make partner, you're already in that 0.1% of performers. So I think you mentioned you were 8 months pregnant when you made partner.
Yeah.
So, and was that your first child, second child, third child?
That was my first child.
Okay. Yeah. So, right. So you went through school, you did everything necessary to be able to become a rock star attorney. And at the same time, in parallel, you said, you know what, this would be a great time. This would be a great time for me to go distract my life with a child. And
I didn't quite do it in that order. I had 2 goals, and I was like, I want to start a family and I also want to become a partner. And I was like, which one shall I do? And I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to go for both and see which one happens first. And then they both came. It was crazy. It was a bit of a ride. I don't necessarily recommend people do this right. My adrenals got a bit shot.